This Monday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Binga Oreshegun. Today on the program, Governor Fubara finally meets with Nyesom Wike and his loyalists in a bid to consolidate the peace process in Rivers State. Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology Uche Godfrey Naji admits in court documents that the University of Nigeria Nsukka UNN never issued him a degree certificate, as court rejects minister's bid to block the school from releasing academic records. And later on the show, Dangote Refinery hails President Tinubu for his timely intervention in the industrial dispute with the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan. Well, I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Gani Kaidi Balogun. GKB Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. After much political turmoil, peace appears to be returning to Rivers State and efforts are ongoing to consolidate the process. This is apparent as the state's governor, Siminalayi Fubara, has intensified efforts to sustain the peace restored in the state after over 2 years of political tension. As part of measures to consolidate the calm atmosphere in the oil-rich state, Governor Fubara met again with his predecessor and now Minister of the Federal Capital Territory FCT, Nyesom Wike, alongside a group of political leaders loyal to the FCT Minister. The closed-door meeting took place at the Port Harcourt residence of elder statesman Ferdinand Alabrabra. During the session, Governor Fubara directed commissioners affected by the Supreme Court judgment on the political crisis in the state to step aside, while 8 others unaffected by the ruling have since resumed official duties. Okay, Biko. I saw pictures of the meeting, but in your opinion, do you think this meeting signals genuine reconciliation towards lasting peace between all parties?
Yeah, it is very clear at this stage. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. At this stage, it is very clear that Fubara is determined to honor his own side of the bargain. It's not difficult to know when someone is sincere. One of the first steps he took, immediately, not long after the president put an end to the state of emergency, was to visit the president, seek his advice on how to go about things, so that the sort of political logjam that we experienced, which eventually led to the declaration of emergency rule, will not happen again. And after meeting with the president, he declared to journalists that he would honor his side of the bargain. I was committed to lasting peace. And he said something that stuck to my head. He said, peace is cheaper than war.
Sure.
Many people do not realize this. But I know that even the Israelis and the Hamas guys, 2 groups of people who appear caused to be waging a war, they know in their hearts that peace is much cheaper than warfare. So he said that, and after that, he went on, because he was earlier accused of not implementing the judgment of the courts. First, the judgment of Justice Omotosho, which from the beginning showed clearly who was the authentic Speaker of the House. He refused to obey that judgment and continued to delay looking for a way to create a logjam. But in the end, he couldn't achieve his aim, and judgment came, and that judgment affirmed that the Martin Amewule faction of the House was the authentic faction. This was the same judgment that Justice Omotosho handed down, that he refused to obey and continued to play all kinds of games, you know, edged on by career troublemakers who were only interested in the money they can make as a result of the trouble in Rivers State. Now, once he got back to work, all the commissioners that were cleared by the Uche Jumbo-led three-man House of Assembly, in line with the order of the court, with the pronouncement of the Apex Court, he sacked them. He had a session, a final session with them, and he decided to salama them in the language of our friends in the north and our Muslim brothers. He salamaed them, he allowed them to go. So now, that's a good sign that he is ready to obey the judgment of the court and is ready for peace. Remember, before he took that decision, the House of Assembly, led by Martin Amewule, said they will not have anything to do with him. They will not attend meetings called by him if he did not dissociate himself from certain individuals. This, they were referring to people that he brought in to his administration. You know, so now he's asked those people to go, because a three-man House of Assembly is the height of madness. You cannot, nowhere in the world. I challenged them, and some of the people that I challenged, they are still watching me now, because in Nigeria, people pitch their tents against the truth. If the truth does not favor them, to them you must be politically correct. And some of us said, no, we can't be politically correct. Those who want to be politically correct on all issues, good luck to them. But if it is the truth, some of us will say it. You understand? So those who want to be politically correct, it's up to them to continue to live that kind of life. For me, I have not been brought up in that way. So now, he has decided that, okay, let those people go. He's ready now to work with Nyesom Wike. All we want to see now is for both groups, both sets of people, to remain humble, let no one step outside of his line.
Absolutely, very key.
It can be really risky. If you are driving on top mainland bridge, you are moving from one lane to another. Eventually, somebody will hit you from behind. You have to be disciplined, stay in your lane. You know? So, this is the thing. We expect the Minister of FCT to calm down, so behave responsibly in this matter. Fubara too has to respect his political godfather, whether he likes it or not. That is the person who made him governor. So, to that extent, we can describe him as his political godfather. As long as things remain like that, they won't have any problem. And you see, just like the song I sang the other day that people were talking about, you see, those guys who are always singing songs, sometimes you find merit in what they are singing. So
somebody
those, no, not even that one. They are saying, no, be cho. Fubara na governor, no be cho. Wike na leader. So they are saying, look, Wike is the leader. Fubara is the governor. So now, I mean, for me, the signs are good.
Okay.
Now, but it needs both camps to be totally committed to peace. That means peace in your utterances. You must watch your utterances. Wike has already said he's not interested in who becomes commissioner. If you ask me, I don't think he's saying the truth. But if he says that is the thing, it is good if you give the governor some level of free hand to operate. There's no way you won't have some people that you want.
True.
So that is the thing.
True.
So,
I mean, how does this latest meeting reflect the progress of the peace process in Rivers State? I mean, the governor went in there alone and just to meet with the minister and his team.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, he alone is responsible for keeping his job. Don't forget, for 6 months, he was out of office. And knowing the black man's passion for doing the impossible, a lot of people who are pushing him to go forward and confront his godfather will have fallen by the wayside.
Sure.
The Yorubas have a saying that it's difficult for me to translate. It simply means that if your enemy faces you, shoot him. If he turns his back to you, shoot him. But when you are alone, adjust your thoughts. Now, what's best for me is one thing for you to lead cheerleaders. People think that they have your best interests. But ultimately, the owners is on. I think that's the reality that Fubara is now living with. That's why both his body language and the way he speaks reflects that reality. They are fine. I shoot my shots, as they say in America. I missed. Now I must eat the humble pie. Either with raisins or with sugar. Doesn't matter. An humble pie is still an humble pie. So I think he's doing the right things, sending out the right messages. There will be hiccups along the line, of course. That's to be expected. Because the other side will try and push his buttons. Try to see whether they can get a little bit more. There are things that they agree to. But I think if he maintains his composure, as he's doing right now, I think he will weather this storm. But like I said, this is going to continue for the next few months. By then, he will now eat his stride. Because everybody will run out of things to talk about. Right now, the other side, the house may be saying, somebody destroyed our chambers. It must be rebuilt. Somebody stole our cars. It must be replaced. But sooner or later, all these will be...
Our salaries was not paid. But let me ask you, if you were a fly on the wall at that meeting, what do you think was discussed?
Basically, the things that were listed in the peace agreement, things that the governor needed to do, things that the Wike camp needed to do. Don't forget the local government election is gone. So that particular area has been taken out. So, and that to me is the fundamental problem. Fubara wanted control of the local government administration.
Yes. But that's the political structure,
that's
basically.
That's the first thing he targeted. And that's what led to whatever is happening right now. That one is off the table. So whatever is on the table is basically things that can be resolved in a brotherly fashion. Don't forget, they were together for 8 years. It's not that he fell from heaven. They were together in the same administration. He was a key figure in the Wike administration for 8 years. So no matter how bad things are, he will still have sympathizers. And those that he believes will listen to him and things that to say. But like I said, the humble pie is sitting right now. It's not going to go away very soon. It's going to be around for a little bit. So his job, and those who are close to him, is to take it in his stride. In another 6 months or so, everything that happened will be a thing of the past. And they can now eat his stride.
Absolutely.
Whatever things he thinks he's planning to do as governor for the Rivers people, can now do it uncovered by the political uncertainty.
All right, I mean, okay, because what lessons do you think can be learned from, can other politically divided states can learn from this Wike Fubara reconciliation efforts? What are the lessons to be learned?
Well, godfathers and godsons always disagree. It's not a new thing.
It's not new.
His case will not be the last, and it was not the first. But as a governor, you must get your politics right. I always say this.
Get your politics.
You must get your politics right. Yorubas have a saying that ọmọdé ò bá tètè ẹ̀kú dà kì í béèrè ikú tó pa bàbá ẹ̀. that a child does not demand to know the sort of death that claimed his father's life until he has been able to lay his hand on a machete.
Okay.
So if I suspect that you took my father's life, for example, until I am harmed enough to be able to avenge that death, I do not go to you to ask you that, tell me
what happened.
What happened? So he was not politically strong enough to be able to take on
that kind of battle.
He's very influential, strong political godfather. Most people don't fight such fight during the first term. No, you play the fool until such a time when you know that yes, this is an auspicious time to take on this fellow. He showed his political naivety, and we kept talking about it, but he preferred to listen to the conflict entrepreneurs eager to make money out of the crisis in the state, and they made a lot of money.
Absolutely.
You know, just shouting, just misadvising the man, you know, telling him to disregard the judiciary. But at the end of the day, I always said that they had reached a point of no return, that only the judiciary can resolve that matter. I was saying it from the first day. I knew they would not be able to reconcile them because he had made up his mind to listen to the other side. And in the end, it was the judiciary that put an end to the nonsense that was going on. Three-man House of Assembly. I mean, and I said, show me a parallel anywhere in the world. They can't show me.
Absolutely.
Coming to TV to argue blindly, or sitting before equally ignorant, untrained journalists is not what we want to see. Let's focus on the truth, and the truth will set us free.
Absolutely.